Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, the teachings of Rabbi Eliezer Melamed Shlita. Well, we continue with our learning on a Yom Shlishi Patmaim Kitov. Please continue davening for Chayalei Tzvah Gan Yisrael, for Shalom Chol P'toi Yisrael, and the safety of our brothers and sisters in Eretz Yisrael during this difficult time. We learn each day Le'ilin Nishmat Ser and Daniel Shimon Arav Daron V'Shel Hashem Kam Demo. The next chapter, Tefillah May Ketzad L'Noag and Lipol. So, how does that one actually put the head down? Ka'amur. So as we have mentioned, according to Ashkenazim and some Sephardim, when we say Nefillas Apayim, we call it falling Tachanun, is placing the head down and leaning it on your arm. According to the Shulchan Aruch, Noflin Tamid al Yad Small, you always fall on your left arm. So according to the Ramah, in the morning, let's say for a right-handed person, most people are right-handed, where you have your tefillin on your left hand, so then noflan al yad yamin, you would fall on your right hand, on the non-tefillin hand, the arm that is not wearing tefillin. But mincha noflan al yad small, and at mincha you would fall on the left arm. And this is the custom that we follow. So you have to remember how to keep track. Keshenoflan al yad small, matim ares hapanim litzad yamin, kadesh liyem mufne yashar klape ha ritzba. So when you fall on your left arm, left hand, so you have to turn your face a little bit to the right so that it's not like you're looking exactly straight at the floor. The same thing when you fall on your right hand, you turn your head a little bit to the side. Again, it doesn't look like you're going directly to the floor. And we follow this just like when we would actually bow fully on the ground. Because remember we mentioned that there is a prohibition about bowing down on a stone floor. So in deference to that halacha, so we try to make sure we're not going directly to the floor. Also, we are accustomed to cover our face with some sort of garment. To minas harosh bezron. It's not enough just to bury your head in your arm. You have to cover your face with something, and you can't cover your face with itself. So since your skin is really, and your arm is really part of the same, so therefore, a body cannot cover itself. So therefore, we have to have something covering it, which is why we'll see you have a sleeve, a jacket, something like that. The ikar hakisei hu l'shem tznius. The main reason why we cover it is for modesty purposes. Ka'adam hamastiras panav mipachad habusha b'nei Hashem yisbarach. This is someone who is hiding his face from fear and shame in front of Hashem. Mi sheshar valav kitzarim. So if somebody's wearing short sleeves, em yesh bi'adom mitpacha. So that means your arm is bare. So if you have some sort of shmata in your pocket, let's say you have a handkerchief or something, then you could place that on your arm, and then you lean your head on top of it. And if there is no way to cover your arm, you could put your head on your bare arm, but not on the palm of your hand, because you're not going to be able to cover your face this way. And if there's some sort of table, then you could put your head and your arm on the table, and then the table will serve as some sort of cover. Long note here describing what to do, let's say as you're seeing the floor, etc., etc., etc. This is another reason, by the way, some people have, like I do, a special, every time we go to daven, we wear a jacket, a davening jacket. It's a special beged that is miyuchad for davening, but also this helps for Tachanun purposes, is that you'll always have your arm covered, even if you're wearing short sleeves. Lots of different angles that one could play here, certainly. The custom is to fall Tachanun only if there is a Sefer Torah present, or some say even if there are Svarim there, like Jewish books, and if the place where there are no Jewish books, and therefore you would say Tachanun. If there's no Sefer Torah or not even any Svarim, then you would just say Tachanun without falling your head, without putting your head down. Let's say you have rooms that are adjacent to the sanctuary which do not have any Svarim. If you could see the Aron Kodesh from there, then you can certainly fall Tachanun. But if you can't see them, if you can't see the Aron Kodesh, then he would say it sitting down. I'll add a little aside here that we had this question that came up during COVID. It's hard to remember that's actually right now. It's March. Yeah, we're getting close to that inauspicious anniversary date. But when we were davening outside, the question was, do we say Tachanun with Nefilas Apayim or not? And we decided for two reasons. That first of all, we could see the Aron Kodesh from where we were outside. We had a clear view of the Aron Kodesh inside, based on how it was set up here in our shul, and also because it's still considered part of the Beit Knesset, this whole thing. So we did say Tachanun with Nefilas Apayim. Let's hope we never have to go back to that again. Here's an interesting halacha that anywhere in Yerushalayim you say Nefilas Apayim with falling of the head, Tachanun with falling the head, because the sanctity of the town. So even if you're in some regular room, you're in a wedding, who knows what, you will always say Tachanun with Nefilas Apayim because of the sanctity of the city. But let's say you don't have the ability to sit down while saying Tachanun, like there is no chair. Or let's say somebody behind you is still saying Shemona Esrei, and as we learned previously, you cannot sit down in front of him, and you don't have the ability to walk somewhere else. You could say Tachanun standing up. And in that instance, better someone should stand up on the wall or lean on the wall, so much that if leaning on the wall to a degree that if the wall were taken away, he would fall down. This is considered a little bit like sitting and leaning and saying Tachanun. This is also a good public service announcement. Sometimes the Chazanim, who are davening at the Omed, they feel like they should lean on the Stender to do Tachanun, but ideally they should really walk the 2-3 feet to sit down and say Tachanun, because this is very important, and it's a little bit of laziness maybe, but certainly if you have the ability to do so, the Chazanim themselves also should sit down and they should say Tachanun. Well, I hope everybody said Tachanun today, but please continue davening for Chayalei Tzvah Ganei Yisrael. Safety of our brothers and sisters in Eretz Yisrael. Thank you so much for joining. Have a great day. We'll see you here next time.